Okay, now that our base bevel angles are established, and we've referred to the video as far as planing off the sidewall material, those offsets or chamfer that are above the edge, they keep us from getting the consistency and the exposure of that edge for consistency of side edge angling. I want to go over some of the tools. Your side edge angle in the degree that you're looking for, as well as a body file. If you're cutting in a 3-degree angle, you want to use a body file to start off with to get you to those angles quicker as you're following up and lapping that steel surface texture that the body file leaves in that steel. Once those side edge angles are established, you want to follow up with a chromium dipped World Cup file, and after lapping that surface texture up a little bit cleaner, we want to follow up through a series of DMT grits. We want to go from blue to red to green, and then checking our work with a Prisma straight edge and detuning with a gumi stone. When establishing our side edge angle, it's a good idea to get up into the tip area. These areas are a little bit more blockier and need more precision cuts and a little bit more time up there as you're working into the forebody. You can see the steel coming across from the bottom of the edge to the top of the edge, and that's your reference, as well as where the tool is cutting and where it's not cutting. So we're working our way, taking a little bit shorter strokes, working our way through the skis, and going back and tying those little short lap marks with longer strokes, which pretty much gets us to that edge angle that we're looking for. We want to go ahead and follow up with an 8-inch chromium dipped World Cup file that's going to help finish tying in those acute angles and the consistency that we're looking for, but it's also bringing that harsh surface texture or those cuts that those body file left in that steel, and we're bringing it up to a surface because we are looking for a nice polished finish. And just work your way down again as shorter strokes until you see and feel as a reference that we've accomplished that edge angle that we're looking for. Okay, our side edge angles are cut and established. However, as we're cutting in those side edge angles, it tends to push that edge over the base, leaving a hanger that's fairly abrupt, that's going to allow the skeet to have a lot of inconsistency and unpredictability, and we want to make sure and get that hanger off. So what I like to do is I just hold it by hand and I'll go down the base edge, and you can hear that hanging edge that's lapped up over the base edge coming off. And while the blue DMT stone is in your hand, go ahead and put it in your side edge angle after you've gone down the base, getting rid of that hanger, and clamp it down, and we'll go ahead and polish our side edge angle as well. And that's further bringing that surface texture one grit at a time from the chromium file to the blue, and then we will go red. Your red DMT stone, I will go down that side edge angle, or the base edge, and one quick swipe, you can hear less material coming off, and we're starting to really get in the heart of the polish. And then I'll go ahead and clamp it into the side edge angle and go over my side edge. Okay, further lapping, you can hear it in the sound, you can see it with your eyes as far as what you're doing and what you're accomplishing in this type of step and application. I'll go ahead and go to my 1200 grit green DMT file, and again, go down the base edge and give that the final polish, and go ahead and clamp it in your side edge angle and go down the side edge just as we did with the blue and the red. And what this is going to do is it's going to take all that harsh surface texture away, add to hundreds and thousandths of seconds to your time, and give you the predictability and skiability that you're looking for out of a side edge angle. Our side edge angles are all polished now. However, taking into consideration the snow conditions and perhaps the event at hand, whether it's slalom or giant slalom, is going to allow us to take off and deburr and polish up the tips and tails with a gumi stone, taking off some of that harsh edge purchase up in the initiation phase. I like to apply hard pressure and really get rid of that edge purchase up in the tip area, and I'll work my way down anywhere, snow conditions considered, down about 3 to 4 inches into the ski, and then I'll go ahead into the tail, non-contact point, getting rid of that harsh edge purchase into the non-contact point, and just kind of letting up on the pressure about that 3 to 4 inches into the forebody.